Good day everyone, so I hope you're all doing really well. I'm here with my favorite character Kokomi, and we're going to be exploring Snezhnaya today, or at least this early build of it. It is pretty cool with the railway tracks. I think if you saw the 6.6 live stream, you definitely saw the tracks and the train, so there were two trains in the background, because you might be wondering like, hey, how do they actually render those in-game, or at least the cinematics of the train? I mean, it's got to land somewhere, right? So that's what we'll be looking at today, some of the like geography and stuff, so do stick around and hopefully you can enjoy this vid. Okay, so the first thing that we need to get out of the way is that as we're exploring here with Kokomi and Chaska, we get a sign that says you must explore the area ahead of us a bit later, because this is not Snezhnaya, this is the Baliastra Wonderland. And I must say, the first time I saw this, I was just like, this is such a good bait type of video to make, because people would like there are definitely going to be people that are going to fall for this, and obviously I think most of you clicking on this didn't fall for this, but if you're interested just to mess around with the game mode, you can absolutely do so. For some reason there is no stamina, and the author of the map definitely did their best to try and ensure that you can't actually escape out of the map. So it would be a shame if I just found a hole and then we can start exploring out of bounds, because that is actually the type of thing that I do a lot on this channel. Basically, we've got the teleport glitch that you've probably seen in previous videos if you're a if you view my channel regularly, and yeah, we don't have those facilities or like abilities to use in Baliastra Wonderland, so we're just gonna have to do the quick old-fashioned escape out of jail thing. But what was interesting about this map as I went out of bounds is there's, as you can see in front, I actually got a little bit of a message from the developer of this map, which says, well, how did you actually break through the air wall? And it's just like, yeah, I didn't expect to get a message out of bound. I actually joked a lot on this in past videos, where I'm like, maybe the devs could give me a message or a sign when I go out of bounds, because I do it so frequently using certain means in the game. So it's actually kind of cool that someone puts out like a message and be like, how the hell did you get here? It's just so much fun. But yeah, basically this entire map is just an impression from the 6.6 live stream. I don't know if the map maker is going to add some more cool stuff, so I'm just going to explore the map so that you don't really have to. Obviously going to speed up a bit of the footage. It's kind of interesting how a lot of the rendering works in Genshin, because you can see where there was snow, now the snow is not there anymore. So it definitely tells you that the way in which the game itself renders certain objects and certain things that are pasted on objects is very different from what you're actually seeing as a player. So this is the interesting thing that I kind of found out as I was exploring through this map and just getting a bit of a sense for how the game engine works, because that's what Baliastra does. It gives you the sandbox to like craft your own worlds and stuff, and it's just interesting to see how those rendering pipelines work. But with all of that said, I mean, I think we should just give kudos to the map maker, because it's just so cool how they got this impression of Snezhnaya going. I think the 6.6 live stream almost felt like it was yesterday, and I think this map came out very early on, and like once Nicole dropped, I think it's like 2 or 3 days. So it really is really cool, like what they put together, the impression that you get. And for me, it's always fun to be able to explore with infinite elemental burst and stamina, because there's a bit of an oversight in the map code, so that's kind of really cool. But unfortunately, as I went like now through this entire map, I discovered that, as you can see here with Chaska, we kind of reached the map boundary more or less where we are here. So for those of you that don't know, typically in Genshin Impact, across the map, if you think of it like a big like box, there is a death barrier. Once you hit it, you're just teleported back. And in the case here of Baliastra Wonderland, the exact same rules apply. So although we can go out of bounds in air quotes, there is still a limit as to how far we can actually go outside of the map. Although I did find that as you go underneath this map, you can actually go down quite far before the game actually realizes, oh crap, something's wrong, and then it just auto yeets you back, at which case the entire map just breaks, which is fun. But in any case, yeah, this is the other view that I wanted to show you. I actually thought of making this the opening shot of this video, because I think it would have been so cool, just to show you like, hey, we're going to Snezhnaya, but then maybe some people would have caught on. It was something that I kind of like debated, but it was pretty cool just to also go through the little bit of a forest here, stand on the roofs, alt with Kokomi off cooldown, because it's just so cool. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I don't know what you guys think of this. I think one thing that this map, and once again a lot of my out of bounds exploration has taught me, is that whilst you can get a good impression from a specific angle, making sure that everything comes together in a holistic way when you view it from far away is actually a lot more difficult, because you can see the map here is just placed arbitrarily. But if you stand where, or like the objects are placed arbitrarily in the map, but if you stand like where the trains are, it actually looks very impressive. It looks royal and fantastic, and when you get up close you can see everything is just a bunch of placeholders. Also, fun fact, I wonder, this could be a conspiracy theory. Imagine the author that put this map actually included an actual real build into Miliastra just to see what players would do. I mean, that would be some very interesting conspiracy. But I don't know, you can let me know what you think. But yeah, the train works here, but I don't know actually what the purpose of putting this in the map is. But for now, we'll explore the area ahead of us when we get there in Snezhnaya. Thanks for watching.